Welcome to Weekend Prime. I'm Robinson Okenya and Wilson Mwaura is on sign language. Now, as President William Ruto's allies fan out across the country, defending the government's record and quietly laying the groundwork for a 2027 re-election bid, a different reality is beginning to confront them on the ground. Anger, heckling and growing public resistance from Kenyans struggling under the weight of a harsh economy. The latest sign of the simmering discontent came at Kenyatta University, where government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura was heckled by students as he attempted to popularize the two-term slogan associated with the president's re-election push, an incident that sharply underscored the widening disconnect between government messaging and public mood. Grace Nganga has more.
When government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura stood before students at Kenyatta University to push the now familiar two-term slogan in support of President William Ruto, the response was swift and telling. Instead of applause, chants against the government erupted from sections of the crowd. The moment, now widely shared online, has become the latest symbol of what now appears to be growing public resistance towards the Kenya Kwanza administration as economic frustrations continue to bite. And almost coming to an end of its first term, the scenes are politically uncomfortable. Across public events, universities and social spaces, leaders allied to the administration are increasingly finding themselves forced to defend not just government policy, but the legitimacy of its promises to ordinary Kenyans. The depth of the political resentment against the Kenya Kwanza administration was also laid bare in Olkalau, Nyandarua County on Friday, where an angry crowd disrupted a meeting convened by Energy PS Alex Wachira, Nyandarua woman Rep Faith Gitau, and UDS candidate in the forthcoming by-election Samuel Muchina, forcing them to flee for safety under heavy security. The heckling comes just days after Uasin Gishu woman Rep Gladys Bosch-Shulei also faced a hostile reception at a public function, further feeding perceptions that anger on the ground is no longer isolated. What is emerging is a pattern. As fuel prices remain high, taxes increase, and the cost of living continues to strain households. Frustrations that once dominated online conversations are now spilling openly into physical public spaces.
Shisha, dead. Alafu mtu anasema it isn't working. What is working? Transport dead, shisha dead, health dead, education first of all. Why are we grading our students at most vulnerable, less vulnerable? What is this? What is this mess? Why are we lost? Where are the people of Kenya?
Ruto ashashibisha watu. Na mimi nasema ni Wantam.
And perhaps most damaging for the administration is that the discontent is beginning to surface in places that traditionally shape political mood among the youth. The hostile reception at Kenyatta University underscored a deeper problem for Kenya Kwanza, selling a second-term narrative at a time when many young people say they are struggling with unemployment, expensive living costs, and economic uncertainty. Even insiders within government have publicly acknowledged the growing dissatisfaction. The Kenya Kwanza administration continues to defend its policies, insisting that painful economic reforms are necessary to stabilize the economy and unlock long-term growth. But on the ground, patience appears to be thinning.
Kwanza Mombasa, sisi ni watu wa Wantam. Kulingana chinzi maisha yanavyotupeleka.
And as chants, heckling and public anger increasingly trail leaders allied to the administration, a difficult political question is beginning to emerge. Is Kenya Kwanza facing temporary public frustration or the earlier signs of a deeper political disconnect heading to 2027? Grace Nganga, KTN.
The Office of the Inspector General of Police has sprung into action to curb